So then you don't listen to rap music at all?
Yeah, I do. Nicolette raps. I listen to rap music, but it be my friends. It's like somebody I know. Or like on TikTok, you know, I know who Didi Osama is. I know who the Young Drill is. I know what it is.
Right.
But I'm not listening to that shit in my car.
You ever thought about sitting down with them?
I would if they need the help, but I'm not trying to hang out with them. I'm not trying to exploit them. You know what I mean? I'm 52. What am I, you know, I don't want to hang out with a 16-year-old.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like my daughter's, you know what I mean? I'm grown, bro. I want to be appropriate at my age. You know, real old school money just starts giving away money. That's what I do. I give it away.
Can I get $100,000?
You don't need it.
You don't need it.
How do you?
You're not economically challenged and you have an education, so we don't need to give you anything.
I don't. I'm curious to know how you would deal with the younger generation in general.
Don't be curious. You should know. I go into the school myself.
Not that sect.
The hood?
Entertainers.
Artists. Entertainers? They all come talk to me. What do you mean? I always tell them away. You ask Flex who pulled this coat. Ask any one of these independent artists. You'd be surprised who I've been really cool with. Like a Young Dolph, he used to come see me all the time.
No, I'm not surprised.
Durk, I'm in Little Durk's videos. Not this, you know, again, but I'm always that person that's going to tell someone how to win.
What was Dolph coming to see you about?
He was in like I don't know what it was, but I'm in his video. And then I made a movie and there was a lawsuit over that, but I'm going to get to that later. And he was in the movie, Little Durk. This is Little Durk without braids.
Little Durk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Little Durk.
Okay.
In LA, he was in a movie with me. I was in his video and shit. I usually know people way before they break, and I get, where's Khalifa? Crit.
Currency.
Yeah. I never wanted to exploit an artist. I just wanted to hang out because, honestly, I'm an artist, bro. I just want to be artistic. Like, I just want to I like fashion. I like directing. I just think it's cooler to just do what you love.
Right.
You know, like I'm like a stoner dude, bro. I get high all day. You know what I'm saying? You know, you see me. I like to laugh.
I saw.
I think life should be funny all day. I think you should enjoy it. I don't believe in worrying. I believe in having fun.
Worrying is praying. Worrying is praying to the devil.
Exactly.
Used to say that
that's what I call it. Like people around me that are negative, I say they're possessed with evil. Negativity is evil. It f***s up everything. I'd be like, yo, you possessed. You need a f***ing exorcism. Don't ever talk negative to me.
Right.
Which is why you stop Champ from saying can't.
The only thing, exactly. You see how that triggered me? The only thing that triggers me is negativity. Visualizing the worst means you're going to make it happen. I only visualize the best. I know what I see when I look in the mirror. I'm hyped every time. So when I visualize what I look like, it's good. I'm not going to visualize me having a fucking L. I only see me with a W, and I don't accept nothing until that visuality that I see comes to fruition. It don't matter how long it takes, as long as I'm having fun while I get there. You know how much fun it is to talk to my man? Because, you know, you would think that me and Daniel sit around and talk about, like, oh, this nigga killed this nigga. Nah. We talk about evolving. We talk about helping. We talk about the future, how to do things better, but just in a tough tone. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know, he got this shit heaven up in Harlem and shit. Like, he been doing it for 18 years just because it's instinct. He doesn't make money, he's just been doing it. Thousands of people come, no violence. And he makes, the last one he did, he made everybody bring their sons so that they could meet each other so they wouldn't keep beefing. And whoever doesn't hug, he'd be like, yo, fuck y'all doing? You better give this nigga a hug right now. It sounds like he's robbing a nigga. I'm dying. I'm like, tough love is some funny shit. He'd be like, yo, fuck you doing? Hug that man before I fuck something up in here. He does that shit since last
The approach works. But the approach works. But the approach works.
You know, so, you know, like I said, like, I watch a certain kind of charisma have people inspired to do what you're doing. You gotta lead by example. You gotta look cool while you're doing positive shit. If you look granola and broke while you helping people, nobody wanna help.
Right.
But if you fly, you got cars, that's why the principals, they be fly than a drug dealer. You know, you gotta be fly. Because you want people to wanna be you. So if I can set an example of taking care of my kid, helping my homies, and them helping me and being cool and shit, but dressing well and still being swaggy than other people ones. Like I said, when I saw him walk across the street with his kids, that shit looked fly. And the reason why it looked so fly is because I don't see it so much. It stood out. A father stands out.
Yeah.
In this day and age.
Black father.
A black father.
In the hood.
You know, it was like, it was worth the fight. But what I always knew was, you can't raise your kids from bars.
Yeah.
And the burden you become the people you love when you go to jail. The people that you trying to make sure are all right when you go to jail, you really fuck their life up.
How did you feel when your artists were going to jail?
I hated it. I hated that shit. That's the reason, again, that's why I started doing rock and roll. The reason why I stopped hip hop is because I couldn't have them around my daughters. I can't have men with unrecognized trauma around my daughters. You think I feel like going to jail over that? And I'm not gonna feel better if I have to hurt a nigga for hurting somebody I love. They just gonna die.
You got a generation now where attention is the new currency.
That shit been the currency. It's just easier.
But now they feel it's more accessible.
True.
And for a lot of people who saw you, the way you saw your man walking, they see the fly dude tough with his kids and everybody looking at him doing this, but they don't see what it took to get that way. And they just want the end result.
That's the purpose of these conversations.
So now I was there when I met Currency through you.
Right.
I met Crit through you over at the spot. That was that generation. The generation, couple rappers down, these dudes just want clout and attention. They
That's
don't
the program.
necessarily want the
You know
bread.
why? Because Leo Cohen is giving you a check if you do something that hurts where you fighting and it goes platinum on YouTube. You're getting paid for that. So the algorithm
anymore.
pays you. Even though education pays you more per stream.
Not anymore.
Pardon?
Not anymore.
They stopped that?
Yeah.
When?
Yeah, there's all types of violations now. But they stopped it. Think I'll be podcasting right now if I can get a check? I'm tripping. I'm joking.
Oh, okay. So
TV
they
show.
stopped.
Right.
Thank you. I love you for that. What was the question?
I think you answered it.
Thank you.
I think you
What I wanted to say in
Yeah.
reference to Dame is how, like, that whole approach of like stinging somebody when you talk to them, I think is very effective because just
And they lucky.
Really?
I know
no,
them
I
sons.
think it's effective. Nigga,
Think about
no,
this.
hold on.
I'm
Hold on,
snapping
Dame.
on niggas
This
instead of
happened
calling that
between me and
nigga,
this
right?
nigga.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that.
You don't understand. When I'm eating, everybody eats.
Right.
So when things would get fucked up, niggas would be like, this nigga fucking our money up? And I'd be like, just relax. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what it is to be able to have the button. You only get that kind of power if you won't push it.
If you're trusted with it.
That is a fact.
You understand what I mean? Because that's the test. I'm my enemy's savior. I'm the one that asks people to chill out on my behalf. You understand what I'm saying?
With your vast array of knowledge, who would you say was your best teacher or your most influential teacher
There's been a lot. It depends on what time in my life.
overall?
Overall, Muhammad Ali, Farrakhan. You know, I still kick it with Farrakhan. I check in with him all the time. Not all the time, but like once a year, a couple of years, just to talk about strategy. He's the one that taught me about farming. He's the one that taught me about GMO seeds. We never talk about religion. We talk about helping, but the real help. You know, there's been so many influences in my life. It was Russell Simmons.
You called him your OG, I remember that.
Yeah, because he was getting the models. I liked his lifestyle. I knew what I wanted to, I was like, when I get the money, I'm going to do that. I don't want to hang out with niggas. Who the fuck wants to hang out with dudes all day? I don't understand going to the club with a bunch of dudes. You can't get no girls.
Yeah.
To me, that just means you're scared. Like, dude, the fuck? How many niggas you got to get 20 niggas in the club? Too much work. But honestly, everybody influenced me. It's just about, because, again, like, I honestly was like, yo, how like with Daniel, I'd be like, this nigga, because he had the white Benz with the beat, the white, the Momo. He had a really ill car, but he never went outside. He didn't go to the rooftop. You really had to be in the know to know him. You had to really be in the game. So he made me snotty and hustling. You know? But like a guy like Lou that just never, I mean, I saw the shit he was doing. You know what I mean? So it was like, I saw the respect. You know what I mean? So it was like, yo, I need that. You know what I mean? Like, he's a funny guy, he's smart. You know, he's not a dumb guy. That's why he's still alive. So these are the guys that I have firsthand. Like, you know, you can learn a lot from somebody from 2 generations down by reading. I got to see certain things. Like, I'm lucky.
Well, it's impossible to come from Harlem and not be influenced by this. You know.
But not to say nothing, but this was my man, though. Yeah. Niggas was scared of him. Mm-hmm. This was a guy I talked to. Mm-hmm. This is a guy that'd be like, yo, you all right? And I'd be like, you all right? You know what I'm saying? It was like that. Mm-hmm. You know, like, it was weird because it would be like in the middle of a jungle, we all had our own, we were just like kids. The thing is with us is we still are like, we don't have to act tough. It's the only place a tough nigga don't have to act is with real tough niggas.
That's fake anyway.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just like, it's the most relaxed. Yeah, so we could laugh and shit like that, but we really have real problems. His problems were way more severe than mine. But the way he dealt with his problems gave me strength. Oh, this nigga standing up, he not snitching, he doing all that time. And it wasn't a person that came home from jail that didn't tell me how ill he was in jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be like, yo, like, you know, he did like 25, 27, how many years you did? 27. So over that time, you know, people would come home, I was with, every story was crazy. Oh, this nigga's a superhero in jail too. Fuck is, you see, he tried to like go past it. They had to move him out of every jail in the East Coast and put him in LA because he already burnt out every jail. That's what happened, correct? So he'd be like, yo, come, you know, I've been trying to visit him, but the nigga be in LA, I'm in New York. Well, how the fuck you get to LA? Everywhere you go, he get moved. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is going on? But my point is, I'm firsthand seeing the effect of when you're a legend at one thing, it come with 30 years. I would way have preferred to hang out with him for them 30 years. But you know what's crazy? When they go to jail, you get closer to him than a nigga you know. Because you talk to him often, you know what I mean? So we talked a lot. We definitely, after a while, like we lose touch because I change the number here and there, and then we get together. But it's ill bidding with somebody, you know what I mean?
This trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work, you heard. Making fiends sleep earth, you heard. Got your baby mama thirst, you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the way you need to surf, you heard.